Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I think you may have been hearing me all echoey. Is it not echoey now? Let me double check. But I am so excited to have you guys here. I was doing some sound testing yesterday and I forgot to turn the echo off. But I'm so excited to be here tonight to do some mini readings for you guys. We already have 2 people on the list. If you want to get on the list, there's a link in the description and you send $25 to my PayPal and then I'll add your name. And then when I call your name, that's when you post up your question. So I do want to say hi to everybody that's in the chat. Hello, Holly, and thank you so much for that donation. Sugar, hello, welcome in. Joan, welcome. Sage, how's it going? How is your Friday going, everybody? I'm feeling really excited. There's like a lot of cool things coming up. If you're on my email list today, you actually got an email about an announcement that the new Channel for Grace STARSEED membership is going to begin very soon. Registration will open up on December 1st, and the first content will be coming out on the winter solstice. So I cannot wait to start getting the word out for that. Hello, Alexa. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed the reading. And hello, Belinda. Welcome in. Nice to see you. So that is a big announcement that I made today. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you follow me at Channel for Grace. And also my other account is Moon Goddess Training on Instagram, and I'm actually going to be doing some interviews in the coming weeks to talk about the Moon Goddess training. And I'm going to be interviewing some of the women that have gone through the program, the most recent program, and talking about, you know, what it did for them, what they got out of it, what was their experience, if they were recommended, and who they think, you know, this is the best program for, and all that stuff, and everything they, all the ways that they felt they've expanded, because I know a lot of them, a lot of the women that did the training felt like a huge expansion within themselves. So that is going to be going on. Hello, Tracy. Welcome in. So that's going to be happening soon. And hello, Kimberly. So make sure that you follow those accounts, because I also am going to get, I am more active on those accounts now, especially the Channel for Grace, since I'm going to be promoting, the membership. But those two things are pretty epic. Joan says, I can't wait till January. I know. I am so excited. So this is, there's a update to the schedule now on the information page. We're going to go for 8 weeks. It starts January 29th. We start on right around the new moon in Aquarius, and we're going to go through an 8-week journey through the temple initiations of ancient Egypt and ancient Atlantis. We're going to do Akashic record journeys and astral travel journeys. We're going to do Kundalini yoga meditation. We're going to be focusing very deeply, taking a deep dive into the mystery schools, but also the 7 laws of Hermetic alchemy. And those things are going to help you to find more of a correlation between you and your life and the kind of healing that you want, and help you see very clearly where you're at, like very clearly. These 7 laws are... it's like that's all you need to know and you're good. But there's going to be so much amazing stuff coming through the Moon Goddess training. So right now we still have an early bird discount until I think Tuesday is the last day for the early bird. Woo, Tuesday is already November 30th. I seriously can't believe it. So Tuesday the 30th is the last day to sign up for the Moon Goddess training for the early bird pricing. And then the price goes up in December and the price goes up in January. And I do offer payment plans. So it's always, available for everyone. And also I am just ecstatic. There's other things, right? You guys have seen me put out there. One of them is my new headpiece. This is the Crystal Serpent meditation headpiece. Meant to be used for meditation or channeling or intuitive work or energy work. Also just for diffusing the chakra, the third eye chakra, the crown chakra, and the throat chakra with the energy of the crystals that it's made with. And I use faceted stones for the crystals and really high quality stuff and gold filled everything. And I actually ordered some more, I ordered some new silver pendants, silver serpents, for those of you that really like kind of the most silver vibe. I'll be making some of those as well. I've already sold like 3 of them. And I made 7. No, did I sell through 3 or 4 of them? I think I sold 3 of them. So there's only four left. But I want to show you this little video that I made. For those of you that have not seen them, it'll give you a little bit of a better idea as to how they work and how you can wear them. Because you can, once you're done with your meditation, you take it off and you put it on as a necklace, or you can also wear it as a bracelet. And it literally creates a shield of protection around you based off of the frequency that you activated it for. And I got this directly from the Akashic records during one of my meditations that I was doing for my Akashic certification training. So let me show you this little video and I'll be right back. All right, so you saw it there. They're available on my Etsy shop. Yes, they're so beautiful. Came directly from the Akashic, so I feel like it was a gift from the universe. And me being able to make jewelry and figure out how to make it was actually even cooler. So it feels like an honor to create this, something that is very, very meaningful to me, and it's like an amulet piece. It's a very sacred, spiritual piece, and they look really cool, either like on the head, or as a necklace, or as a bracelet, and like no one knows, but you're carrying around this epic energy. So that's those are all the cool things that are going on. I'm also doing a special holiday reading right now, and I'll be coming out with more information about the Channel for Grace Starseed membership soon. And there is a sale on my Etsy store, so make sure to check that out through December 31st, up to 30% off on some of the items. So thank you again so much for being here, you guys. We do have 2 people on the list. Let's do Holly first, and then I have someone that got on the list that actually is not going to be able to be here live because they're in Ireland, but we can put that reading at the end, and we can do the readings for the people that are actually here live in the moment. Hello, Sandra. Welcome in. Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah. So I've already sold 3 of them. I sold the Amazonite one. I sold the clear quartz. That was the first one that sold. And the third one that sold was the rose quartz one. So the ones that are left are the pearl one, which is, oh my God. So the pearl one is like, oh my God, there's no words. Then there's the amethyst one, and then the emerald one, and the rubies and pearl one. So those are the only 4 left. I'm making more, but for now, that's what's out there. I have to like give myself little breaks in between because I spent like a whole weekend just like making jewelry. And also, I make these in sacred space. So it's like I put, I'm in a meditative space when I'm making them. I'm playing mantras, I'm chanting along. It's a really beautiful process for me to make these pieces. You guys are so sweet. So Holly, why don't you go ahead and put up your question, and whether you want an astrology reading or a tarot or oracle reading, I can do either. And also, if you do want an astrology reading, make sure you give me all your information in the chat, which is the date of birth, time of birth, and location of birth, if we're going to do astrology. And if you don't know the time of birth, we can figure out which I can do the astrology reading. It's probably going to be the natal chart kind of reading, because the other ones need the specific time of birth to actually be able to do them and for it to be accurate. So, but I can definitely look at it even if you don't know the time of birth. And then Kimberly just got on the list. I'm so excited, you guys. While we wait for Holly's question, I will just share with you guys how exciting it is to start like getting everything prepared for the Starseed membership. And I have been, I have to build the site. There's so much work that goes into it. I'm basically like the producer, the star of the show, like all of it, right? The videographer, like the one that handles all the technology. I'm the one that does all the email. Like I literally do it all. I make the videos. I mean, like all of it. So much work goes into just getting, these things ready. But I am getting it ready, and it'll be live. Yeah, on December 1st, this page will be live. So I can't show it to you yet. But I can tell you, I can give you a little sneak peek into some of the things that we're going to be doing for the membership. I'm going to be putting out a monthly astrology video for like the astrological transits, the main transits for the month, and how that's going to affect us collectively, and focusing on the astrological seasons. That's the other thing about the membership, is that it's not going to be like from the first of the month through the end of the month. I'm actually starting, the first content will be released, and the month will begin on December 21st. So you can sign up anytime in December, and you'll get the monthly charge, but the content will start arriving on the 21st, and then it'll continue on, and it'll be like kind of the 21st of every month, because on that day is when the sun changes signs. So we're going by the astrological seasons. Are you here, Holly? We're waiting for your question. Otherwise we'll go to Kim. So I'll give you a few more, like one more minute. Okay, there we go. She was just typing. But yeah, so that's one of the things, and I'll be revealing more of what to expect for the membership as we continue on. Okay. The question is, would be about a new job opportunity. The interview is Monday. I want the job. What will be my best way to put my best foot forward and make a good impression? Okay, cool. Yeah. A tarot reading is great for that. So let me take a moment to clear the cards. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and teachers, for being here with us this evening. I would like to ask that you clear the energy of these cards as well as my energy, so I can be that open channel for wisdom, for grace, for intuition, for these messages to flow through. And right now we would love a reading for Holly regarding her new job opportunity that is coming up on Monday, and how she can best prepare for that, and how she can best put her what did she say? Her best foot forward and make a good impression. Okay, so here we go. This is actually a fun question. So what I do with these readings is I pull 5 cards. We pull a intuition card, a channel card, a challenge card. I say that word a lot. Overall theme, wisdom from the ancestors, and then an animal spirit card. Okay, got it. What's the wisdom from the ancestors? Ooh, interesting. And the animal spirit. Okay, so these are actually pretty cool cards you got here. You got a couple of major arcanas, and let me just double check to see if these are... Okay, that one's upright. This one is reversed, and this one... Oh my, I don't know. We'll just say upright. It might be reversed. All right, so here we go. The first card you got is the Magician. And the Magician is a pretty powerful card. The reason I love this specific card is because on the card, and I'm looking at it because it's like really drawing me in. On the card, you see the element of magic, but you see it in connection to the stars. There's a comet, right? So there's the connection to the stars. There's like the infinity symbol above his head. He's holding, the torch. This is about, creativity. This is about you being the magician. So the best way to show up for this interview is literally yourself, your best self. In your natural space of creativity. I think it is that creative force that you need to allow to shine through so that they can see your own type of magic. And I think that also with employers as well, I feel like they would much better prefer someone who was like in their element than someone who was like trying to be someone else. So for some reason, I feel like this card is telling you that this is a moment to really shine, to really let yourself shine, let the magic within you shine. The challenge for you is this is the King of Swords. He's very much to me like Archangel Michael. So the King of Swords is, you have to be clear. There's no room for... It's interesting because this might represent the employer. in the fact that like it seems kind of, job interviews can but not always often seem a little bit like dry, But what this says is the challenge for you, or that might show up for you, is being in full clarity of what you want, of, how you want to, show up. Of course, the invitation is to show up as yourself and to allow your creative force to shine through, to be your own kind of magic. But you will be confronted with the more like linear answer these questions kind of thing. Maybe not, but it seems like that might be a challenge for you to be so linear. But if you come at it with clarity, if you have that clarity, you will understand and be able to also communicate in that way. So the challenge is to communicate very clearly. Know what you're going to say, and say it confidently. And those are the two, first cards. Now, the overall theme, this is an interesting card because you get the 10 of Cups, but it is actually in the reversal. So this brings in a whole nother kind of vibe, because the 10 of Cups reversed can bring in, what I'm feeling for you is maybe something is ending. Something that you thought was, it could be a relationship, honestly. You could be, moving on from a relationship, or recently have moved on from a relationship. And so this kind of comes in and says, you're in that space of maybe things aren't like the best and shiny, world that you would want. So there's a little bit of fear. However, you do get the Wheel of Fortune. And this is a powerful card because in this deck, it's like the Magician shows up twice. And the Wheel of Fortune is all about things changing. Literally, the wheel of time is changing. Things are moving. And really, you are the one in charge. So you get to choose where to take all of it. But you have to show up with clarity. Now, one thing I know for sure is that the animal spirit card that came out for you is the butterfly, which means that you have to allow yourself to transform. This experience, whether you get the job or not, is an experience that will transform you, that will start that wheel shifting, that will lead to a beautiful unfolding in your life. So I feel good vibes about it. I also feel that you really have to put aside whatever is sort of in your life that may be kind of bringing up some fear about it, because being yourself, being like your full magical self, being clear about communicating is what's going to help you set yourself up for this very beautiful transformative experience that is about to unfold. So whether you get the job or not, the transformation is happening. So really powerful. I love that. So Kim is next. Feel free to put up your question. And we also have a third person on the list, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to put that person last because they're not actually able to be here. And then I'll let them know when the reading was done so they can look at the replay. But if anyone else gets on the list, you'll literally be the next one in line. And thank you. I appreciate that, Holly. I appreciate that a lot. Yes. Yes, Kimber. Your turn. I have been obsessing over Jasmine. Some of you guys might know that I am a wellness advocate for doTERRA. I started doing that in May. I think we're going to come together with Shannon, who is Stories from the Lion's Mane here on, I don't think she's here in the chat right now, but me and her are going to co-lead a cleanse, and it is a doTERRA cleanse for anyone that's interested. But lately I have been obsessing over this Jasmine. I can't stop putting it on. Like I literally can't. It's divine. It's totally divine. Oh, and it almost seems like it gets stronger the more I go through the bottle. It's crazy. I don't know what, but it's amazing. I highly recommend it. This is the Jasmine Roller. And I've also been getting some crystals. Okay, so what did I get? I got these two epic, like, cracked quartz crystals, which I am going to be using. So one of the things I'm going to be doing, starting very soon, essentially, as soon as I finish my my Akashic Record certification, is I'm going to be doing these. I'm going to be offering these sessions called Akashic Healing Chambers. And within this session, you get like a full-on like shamanic healing. And I'm going to be working with crystals. I'm going to be working with sound, music, sound healing, singing bowls, all kinds of instruments. And basically you'll just get like doused in this bubble of energy. And I literally feel like this is going to be the most magical thing I think I've ever offered. But that's one of the things I'm going to be offering. Besides like the regular kind of Akashic Record readings, I'm going to be doing Akashic healing chambers. Okay, here we go. The fear is how my last job ended so abruptly. Okay, I see. Yeah, that fear is definitely in the way. So let it go and just like be yourself. Tarot card reading for my relationship with my Scorpio boyfriend. It's still very soul connected, except the 2 days he goes home. Oh yeah, Belinda. I can't wait. Just whatever comes through as guidance. Okay. Sounds good. Oh, you're welcome. I'm so glad, Holly. I'm so glad. I love it when the readings are spot on. Okay, so let's take a look at what Kim needs to know in this moment. He's also planning to move in with you in February. Okay, so you just kind of want insight on the relationship. Okay, sounds good. So what does Kim need to know? All right. What's the challenge for her right now? Okay. What is the overall theme? Hello, Erica. Welcome in. Good to see you here. What is the overall theme for Kim? Whoa. Okay. And the wisdom from the ancestors. Wisdom from her spirit guides. Wisdom from her ancestors. What does she need to know in this moment? These are interesting cards. Okay, let's put this over here. And then what spirit animal will help her gain some insight into what is going on? All right. So interesting. All right, so this is cool. So the hanged man comes out first, except it's reversed, which is actually really good. I feel like this is a positive message that says the waiting period has ended. And so this is time to move forward in life. I really, really love that. I think that you're having a little bit of a challenge with still trying to decide, like, is this right or not right? Right. Because you're feeling that little bit of a disconnect whenever he goes home or whatever. So there's something there that's in the air that you can't quite put your finger on it. And so you feel like you're at a crossroads because you feel like you need to make a decision, right? When someone's planning to like move in with you, it's a big deal. So that's the challenge, is that there is a decision to be made. You have to choose whether you're going to commit fully and understanding what that all entails in the life of someone. It's a big deal to move in with someone, because once you move in with someone, then you really get to know them, and you really get to like figure out whether it's going to work or not. You may feel like it's going to work and everything is perfect, but until you really live together, you really don't know. That's the honest truth of every single relationship. Sometimes it works amazingly, right? And then sometimes it doesn't work at all. Sometimes it works amazing except for this like one or two things, and at the same time but you both choose to move through things together. And that's really the key. That's what I would look for is, are you guys on the same page? From the beginning, being on the same page is the key to the relationship working. Like, put all the cards on the table, you know, and both of you should be doing this, like, just, you know, fully out with it. Because this is not time to play around. This is not a time to like test it out and see like, well, if it's going to work, then that's great. If it's not going to work, that's okay. Like, there's no time to waste right now. So putting everything out on the table and being like, this is who I am. And full honesty is going to help you make that decision. So if you feel like you guys are in that place already, then that's a good sign. I would say that's a good sign. The other card that you get, this one is interesting, is the Death card. And this is the overall theme. Hello, Darcy. Welcome in. So this is the overall theme, but it is reversed. So what this can mean is almost like the resistance to the death, like the resistance to letting go, like resisting the flow in a way. I feel he's the one at the crossroads. Oh, we've pretty much been living together here since we met, with the exception of when he goes home. Ah, I see. Okay, then maybe, I mean, you got to look at the reading for how it comes to you and how it makes sense to you. So, but I would also ask yourself too, because I'm feeling like it's you in a way. Yeah. So it could be a little bit of both for sure, but the card did come out. So the energy is present. But the Death card, this is interesting. So this can be stagnation. This can be like restraining yourself or holding yourself back from the deep dive. So I think that if what you're experiencing is that you're on the other side of that and you're ready to be like all in, then you may be feeling like the resistance is coming from, you know, the other direction as well. And so whether it's coming from you or from him, if it's a relationship, you guys are both going to feel it. And that's really what I'm feeling coming from these cards is and these are the energies that are present. And so how to, you know, maneuver around that, you'll have to see what resonates with which part, you know. Is it you that's feeling this way? It could be, you know, you could feel like, well, that's kind of him. I don't think those details matter as much as this is what's present. So someone feels like someone's resisting, like the deep dive. And you never know. You could be wishing for something subconsciously that you just have no idea that there's a script that you're running in your life. And it could be like that I'm not good enough to have a beautiful relationship. Or, you know, like in the back of the mind, there was a little seed that planted a long time ago that's now become a belief system that maybe you're not even aware of. So things like that can be coming up. So, but you do have a big decision to make because this is a big deal. The next card you get, and it's interesting that you did get a lot of reversed cards, which means that this is also a very reflective time. I think you're reflecting a lot in your life, and that's a good thing. That's important. We need to do that every once in a while. You do get the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is also reversed. So this can be, instead of like following, you know, the rules, it can feel like a rebellious energy, or also like withholding from that, like openness, withholding information or withholding fully being present. So I feel like for sure, this is a very interesting reading. I would make sure, you know, that what's going on is really what's going on, if you know what I mean. I think it's a great thing because the reading does begin with that reversed Hanged Man, which means like this is stop. There's no time there's no reason to be waiting anymore. Like really the energy is, you can move forward with this. But there is something that's being resisted. That's what I feel like. Something's being resisted. What that is, I don't know exactly, but yeah, more work, for sure. Just to figure out what really is going on underneath it all. And then the card that you get from the animal spirit deck is the Firefly. And the Firefly, so the way that the Firefly, works is like every once in a while the light turns on and it's like it like glows for a moment and then it goes away. And that's kind of the meaning of it. It's like little moments of gold. Pay attention to the little moments that have the gold. Pay attention to the fleeting moments, because that gold, that light, that power, that beauty that comes from the Firefly, that the Firefly is also like this wondrous, like when you see fireflies, it's like, oh my God, it's the most amazing thing. Right. And it could feel like right now, this could feel like fleeting moments for you. Also really important, to understand that, what I was going to say is the Enneagram, because so he's a Scorpio. So Scorpios need privacy, and that's really important as well. He may really need that time to himself. So if someone's like, pecking, like the scorpion went under the rock and you're trying to get the scorpion out of the rock because you want the scorpion out of the rock, they're going to sting you. So honoring healthy boundaries, I guess, is what is coming through for me with that comment that just came up. Beautiful. Okay, awesome. Yeah, thank you for getting this reading. And I am really... I'm excited for you, and I wish you good luck on this new adventure, because it really does feel like it is 100% a new adventure for you. So awesome. Thank you, Kim. And I've seemed to have lost my pencil. Here it is. I was telling you guys, so there's no one on the list. I can check it real quick, and then we can do Nicola's reading while we wait if anyone wants to get on the list. But I was telling you guys, and I'm going to pull up her chart here in a moment, that I just bought some new crystals and I'm really, really excited about them. Like super excited. You're welcome. Okay, so let me switch screens to over here. Let me share the screen. And then we are going to pull up Nicola's chart. So the crystals that I got were, I got some clear quartz towers, which like really did look amazing. And then I got some cracked quartz, which I've never seen before. Such a big one. And I'm really excited about it. I also got some, oh my God, I forgot the name of it, but these green towers. It's like green crystal. Green Gyrna, something like that. Starts with a G. But anyways, I also got this epic, and I mean epic, freaking rose quartz sphere. It like called my name so strongly. I literally had to be like, are you sure? Are you sure? Because it was a lot of money, this specific crystal, and I was not planning on spending, However, I am really glad that I did, because what the experience that I was having, and I think you guys can see the chart, but the experience that I was having while watching this was, there's the temple, my Akashic records, where the Akashic records take me. When I go to my sacred temple, there's a rose quartz bed, and I've already gone there like a bunch of times, and I lay on this rose quartz bed and it heals me. Like it's specifically for healing. So when I saw this crystal, this rose quartz sphere, I was like, I felt like it was part of my rose quartz bed in my temple. And I was like, oh, I couldn't stop. Like as she was turning it and it was shining and I was like, oh my God, this is insane. And so I had to get it. I was like, no, because the thing that I also got from all the crystals that I got today and that I've been getting from this training is that I'm going to be doing healing. I'm going to heal with crystals. Like I'm going to be doing work with the crystals. So getting more crystals is exactly what I need to do. It's almost like it's literally a business expense because I'm going to use them for the Akashic healing chambers. Okay. So November 6th, 77, 9:03 a.m. in Cork, Ireland. All right. So, and then she wanted to do a, so she says she's getting back on her feet after walking away from her own life, her old life. She's not the same person. But it did leave her in a kind of a limbo. So I'm hoping there are some clues in my chart to give some direction. Okay, so she wants a progress chart reading. Okay, awesome. So I love doing the progress chart readings. Love, love, love them. So here we go. And thank you guys for hanging out with me and being here with me tonight. It's always fun to go live and do these here. Hello, Jamie. How long is the... Oh, it's not very long. We did have someone just get on the list. Let me just... Okay. So I think Sugar. Yeah, Sugar got on the list. And then you would be after. So I'm doing... Nicola's reading now. Then it's Sugar. And then it would be you. So not very long. Okay. I recently sent Jason a rose quartz sphere that spoke his name last year. And I put a lot of energy into it. It arrived just before. Oh, whoa. That's intense. That's, yeah. Whoa, for sure. But that's beautiful. Definitely, there's some healing that needs, that is probably very, very welcomed there, you know? It's really sweet that you did that. Okay. So, let's take a look at this chart. So what we look at in a progress chart is where the sun and the moon are. So we're looking at the progressed moon in Taurus, progressed sun in Sagittarius. The phase that you're currently in. I'll just say one thing first, Nicola, is that you have Chiron at 2 degrees of Taurus in your natal chart, which means that you're healing your relationship with money. You're healing your relationship with the material world. Hello, Maria, and hello, Melanie. You're healing your relationship. There may have been low self-esteem issues in the past, or especially in your old life. And this whole journey, I feel like, is a big part of why the healing is happening right now. So if I go back, because this is what I actually really like doing with these charts. If I go back to when did the moon change signs? So your moon was recently in Aries, which is a very like fiery, passionate kind of energy. Literally September 4th of 2021, your progressed moon moved into the sign of Taurus. So you went from this very active, passionate, action-oriented, like if it was recent, if it was within the last 2.5 years, I can't remember exactly what you said in your note, but if it was between the last 2.5 years that you left your old life, that was that Aries push. And because of that Mars energy, that drive and that motivation to want something else, and that Aries childlike, innocent sort of excitement for something new, that's what helped you push through and free yourself or release yourself or let go or move on to new things. But in September of this year, so like a couple a couple months ago, the moon moved into Taurus. So now what you're working on is more stability. So now in your life, you need to discover what is the most powerful thing that can give me stability in my life. Is it money? Is it material possessions? Is it being more present with myself, like in the moment? Because Taurus can be the sign of being grounded. So you're gonna find more of a steadiness in your life. Aries is it's unstable in the sense that like it doesn't really have any boundaries, so it just like goes and goes and goes, and it doesn't. That's what happens to Aries, is it hits a wall, and the wall is Taurus. The wall is the bull, right? And the bull is like, no, I am not moving from here. So you may be feeling like, you may be you may have been feeling for the last 2.5 years like, yeah, things are moving fast, but where did I take myself to? Where did I go? Like, how far did I run? Like, did I mean to do that? Because like Aries tends to like bring that out of us. Like, who cares? Let's go, like, and you just jump off the bridge into the water or whatever, right? So that's kind of like Aries energy. So now Taurus came in September. So for the next 2.5 years, it's a different energy. I actually want to read to you from the book. Give me 1 second. Let me grab it. I absolutely love the descriptions of this book. So Taurus Moon, because you're going to be going through this for a minute. From the fiery competitiveness of Aries, the moon enters Taurus, where the battle-weary lose the desire to compete and turn to the quieter world of security. This is the stage of consolidation. You feel less impatient and angry and start to withdraw, pulling away from the competitive world. The issue here is on the slowness of the approach. Less haste, consolidation, and larger projects take longer time but yield a greater benefit. Patience and persistence are the key words. The main desire is to improve your position emotionally, materially, spiritually, or all three. And you do this not by conquering new ground, hey Rebecca, but rather by tending the ground that is beneath your feet. How beautiful is that? Look to your resources, for among them you will find what you need. Your progressed moon recently moved out of the first quarter phase, not recently, kind of like a while ago, and now is basically entering let me take a look at that, because it might have been recent. Sagittarius, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries. So I think it was kind of recent that you just moved out of the square phase. So let's actually take a look at that. Occurring 7 years after the new moon, we have the waxing square, a time of action. This is what I was talking about, and it was coupled with the sign of Aries for you, so even stronger. The action springs from the essence of the new moon. You feel a deep need to physically materialize the desires implanted 7 years earlier. So think about 7 years before, like a year ago, what was going on, 7 to 8 years ago. It's an ego-building time with personal achievement taking the lead role. If you're in this phase, everything will be colored with this essence of action. It's the energy of the square, manifesting, pushing forward, obvious to the world. The seeds of the new moon are now visible to the world, and during this time, the plant is growing rapidly, achieving most of its strength and height before it is needed to support the fruit. The first quarter moon is the physical manifestation of the energy of the new moon, which, if we go back, see when did that new moon actually happen? It happened in the sign of Sagittarius. And it was in 2012. Something started in 2012 that came to a point where it manifested this last, year or so. And now it's switching again because the moon is about to enter the gibbous phase. So this is what this energy that you're entering into. Working with the energy, understanding it, becoming aware of its uses, incorporating it into your life, By this stage, the energy has been obvious for about 3 years. You will feel confident and with it, and will start to experience a desire to express your knowledge. This is a time to have faith that you are strong enough, wise enough, and stable enough. How beautiful that this is coupling with this energy of Taurus. To express your own ideas and opinions, even in the face of adverse conditions. It is a time of expression. This is the stage where the plant is setting its fruit. The rewards are not yet ripe, but are visible on the vine. The years of hard work are starting to pay off, and the fruits, whether weeds or crops, are in sight. In this phase, you will either be content, working hard, confident of the outcome, or panicky, knowing that the road ahead you are traveling is leading to an unproductive outcome, a crop of weeds. So very interesting things to think about in terms of this energy that you're moving towards. But, it's going to be a while where the moon is going to be in Taurus. So just know that for the next 2.5 years, that's what you're dealing with, this progress moon in Taurus. And then you're going to have a pretty powerful shift. In June of 2023, your progressed sun is going to move into Capricorn. That's going to shift a lot of energy. But it's going to be another powerful kind of movement towards stability in your life. So I feel like you are going to find the stability. You're just now at the first degrees of that moon in Taurus. You're just like, you're feeling the uncomfortableness of the shift because it really just started like a couple months ago. So flow with it. See where it takes you. Let the energy guide you towards finding security and stability in your life. And thank you for signing up for a reading. Next, we have Sugar. So feel free to put up your question and then I'll check what's going on in the chat. I just want to update the list. And after Sugar, it's Jamie. Okay. How are you, Rebecca? Maria, I think you just emailed me. I think that was you. I just saw the little pop-up a little while ago. Hi, Stacy. Welcome in. Okay, so we've got a tarot and oracle reading. Let's take a look at it. Advice from spirits on my inner child and self-belief healing that I have been doing. All right. Ooh, I like this one. So what does Sugar need to know about this? Okay. Oh, interesting. What's the overall theme? Wisdom from the ancestors. Ooh, yes. And animal spirit. Oh, there's where the pencil went. Oh, whoa. Okay. Here we go. Oh, awesome. I know. I can't freaking wait for it. I can't wait for it. I've been getting emails about it. Like, what? Yeah, people are really excited. I'm excited about it. Okay, so the first card that you get is the 10 of Swords. And so when you get with the 10 of Swords, usually it means like you've kind of reached this end, but it's reversed for you. So how is this significant? This is significant because actually in reverse, it means that you're recovering. You're like in the recovery process. You are in essence regenerating yourself. You are beginning something new. So yes, there's been a lot of hurt in the past, right? And doing inner child work is usually like about trauma that you experience. Yes, there's been trauma. I mean, honestly, like, the 10 of Swords, it's someone who's like literally been stabbed to death overkill. But these are themes, you know, that we grow up with in our lives. And at some point, when one of the things I said, that's so funny, Maria, just reminded me of the membership. One of the things I said in the email that I sent out today was that you have to unlearn everything that you've learned. You have to be open to becoming nothing to become everything. You know what I mean? And that's the process of healing. That's the true process of healing. And you're recovering. This tells me that, like, yes, there's been a lot of hurt, but like you're definitely in slowly kind of picking up the pieces and moving forward. I love that. The challenge is that, you know, the wheel is turning. The wheel is turning. This interestingly enough, with I can't tell, you know, from this deck whether this is reversed or not, but so I'm just doing it upright. But what's happening is that, like, when you start to do, you know, the real work, we don't realize what it actually, a lot of times we don't realize, we don't recognize what it actually is going to take to release, because there'll be moments where those limiting beliefs or those old memories come back, and you have to, like, experience them and interact with them in a different way, in a more mature way, like in a more healed way, right? Like as a parent instead of like the child. But things are changing. The wheel of time is changing, and it's going to take you to a new direction. It's really just about being open to it, allowing yourself to move forward and not holding yourself back at all. You get the 10 of Pentacles upright as the overall theme, which to me, what I feel in the Pentacle cards is there's a lot of buildup. This is security. This is a feeling of being established. This is a feeling of being grounded. And that's the overall theme, is that you're creating a different kind of security in your life by doing the work. And your ancestors are telling you that you have to leave the choppy waters so that you can go towards more calm waters. But that's really the work that you're doing. All of this to me is affirmation that the work that you're doing, it's happening. Things are changing. Just keep moving forward. That's what the Six of Swords is like. Keep moving forward. Don't look back is one of the things that I would say. And you did pull two pretty powerful animal spirit cards. It's just the owl and the wolf. The owl is about listening to your intuition and seeing through the darkness. So shadow work or inner child work can feel like you're moving through the slush, the darkness, and it can feel really gnarly. However, the owl can see in the dark. The owl is known as the eagle of the night. So the eagle flies to the sun, but the owl, you know, flies with the moon. And that's that divine, feminine goddess healing. Because the moon, and, you know, it is through the dark that we find the light. And the owl is your guiding light through this space. Now, the wolf is like a protector. In this case for you, the wolf is protecting you through this, you know, through this journey. Wolves are very much animals that protect each other. They travel in packs, and they especially protect, like, the female wolves and the children and the elders. So this is protection. I feel like it's protection. The eyes to see through the dark, and the protection to protect you while you're moving through. Glad to know that my healing is progressing in the right direction. Beautiful. Yes. And thank you, Kim, for posting all of that and for moderating in the chat. I really appreciate it. Okay. So next we have Jamie. So go ahead and put up your question, and we will go from there. Let me actually read your entire comment, Kim. Check out the Etsy page. So we're having an Etsy sale right now. I've got my new Serpent crystal gold serpent headpieces, meditation pieces now available on the Etsy shop. And coming out with a Channel for Grace Starseed membership soon, which is going to be amazing. Moon Goddess training is happening in January. It's going to be one of the coolest ones I've ever run. Yeah, and then definitely sign up for my weekly, my newsletter. So I send out a weekly moon magic report, and the way you sign up for it is you download my free moon astrology guide, or you could go to my website and just enter your email and address. It's on the first page on there. I'm getting ready to update the website a little bit. There's a couple of things on there that are a little bit old, but I've been like doing so much work and just trying to catch up. Okay. After Jamie, we have Stacy. Okay, so let's take a look at the question. Okay, compatibility. August 22nd, 97. So do you have the time of birth for these two, for you and then for the other person, at least for you? Do we at least have time of birth for you? And then I'm also going to need locations. And I'll pull it up. Let me switch the screen so you guys are entertained while I'm doing this. No worries. No worries, Kim. No worries, Kimberly. It's all good. We're good. We're good. All right, so I'm going to start entering your information. What is Singapore, the city and the country? Okay, 5:15 p.m. Oh my God, what did I just put? That's hilarious. Okay, so we've got August 22nd. Okay, hang on. I'm going to start putting yours first. August 22nd. 1997. Okay. And then 5:15 p.m. And okay. Okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, August. Let me just make sure. August 22, 1997, 5:15 p.m. Okay, so that's yours. So now let's add another one. And do you have location for him? Or I'm assuming. B. So July 29th. Actually, is it a him or a her? July 29th. 1999. Yeah, we'll need at least a location for B. Yeah, I agree, Holly. It's definitely something else. Okay, cool. This will work. All right, so let me just double check the details. Okay. So I'll be able to know in general, like planet conjunctions and things like that. And that's just, let me just look at it before I open my mouth. And these are fun too. Okay. So you guys should be able to see the chart. Okay, him. All right. Sounds good. So let's see. So the first thing so we look for conjunctions and like sextiles and trines. We look for all of it, but to tell us harmony is sextiles and trines. To tell us challenges, it's oppositions and squares. So you've got, we're looking at the first thing that jumps out at me here is that you've got Sun in Leo as well as Sun in Leo. So you guys have that powerful conjunction with each other. So when there's a conjunction, it's a harmonious energy. It feels like you understand each other. It feels like you feel like soul connected. And this is going to feel like a soul connection because when it's the sun signs the sun represents the soul. So your souls are both in this energy of Leo, which can be a good thing or it can be, not such a great thing. And the reason I say that is because Leos really need to shine bright and they really need to kind of show off their energy. And so it can be like you both understand each other really well. As long as you do, I think you'll be fine. But I don't know about two Leos kind of butting heads, like two kings or two queens, in the same place may be, or a king and the queen in the same place can be like a little bit of a friction. However, the harmony is that you understand each other because you're both that energy. That's the first thing. So I would say that's a harmonious connection. So the next thing is the moon. Let's look at the moons. So depending on what time he was born, he was, let's see, I can actually do this here. So what I'm going to do is go back a few, I think, hours for him. Okay, so no. So he has moon in Aquarius. I just had to verify because it could have been in a different sign, but it looks like that entire day the moon was in Aquarius. So he has moon Aquarius, and which is right over here. And then your moon is in, where's your moon? There it is, Aries. So these are kind of very different energies. You have a very fiery way of expressing your emotions, with you also being a fire sun sign, I guess you could say it. It makes it so that you are very fiery. And his Aquarius moon, the reason why it's significant here, first of all, oh yeah, that's right. So he was born right before a full moon, and his Aquarius moon is opposing your sun. So we have to look at that as well as compare the two different moons. Emotionally, you're very fiery. You have a lot of fire, right? Moon and sun in fire is like, psh, like watch out. And that Aries moon, it can be very impulsive and like act without thinking. Now the Aquarius moon is much more mature in a sense. It is much more open to seeing different perspectives. The reason I think you may feel such a strong pull to this person is because of the opposition between his moon and your sun. Opposites like attract. Awesome, Taylor. Opposites attract each other. So you're curious about that oppositional energy of Aquarius, and he's curious about the oppositional Aquarius of Leo. So that's a strong attraction. Almost sometimes they call it a fatal attraction, right? Because you have to find the balance. And if you guys are able to find that balance in between the opposing points, that's where the harmony comes in. But at first it can feel like super fire, like passion and drive and activation, or like not like drive and activation, but passion, super passionate and like super in the beginning very strong, and then it can die out. That's what can happen with the opposition. So at first it feels like, wow, this is amazing, and then eventually it's like, well, he's too different. Like that's what happens, or she's too different, we're opposites, blah blah blah, but at first it can become fun. So that's why working with the energy is what helps with that. So that's in terms of that. In terms of what you desire in relationships is harmony and balance. He's very critical. Things have to be a certain way. He's very particular about intimacy and what he really wants. He really wants like perfection, but you have to find out what perfection means to him, because perfection means something different to different people, right? So it's about just understanding his very particular desires and needs in a relationship, and you're kind of cool with whatever, because Libra is very it's more flexible, just like wants to have fun and enjoy being together. So that's in terms of desires. Then passion and sexuality, oh boy. Oh shit. I'm sorry. Okay, so we does anyone get it? So, holy shit. So you guys both have I'm sorry, I just got a really funny visual. Mars in Scorpio is like, doesn't mess around. Mars in Scorpio. Okay, so think about Venus is like what you desire, but like Mars is how you go about getting it. Well, Mars in Scorpio is like relentless. It's like intense. I have Mars in Scorpio. Okay, if you know me at a certain level, you'll know that I'm like crazy AF. Like that's Mars in Scorpio. It's like it doesn't give a fuck. Like it goes for what it wants. It calculates. It like let's go. Like it doesn't think twice. It grabs. It wants to possess. You know what I mean? Like you're mine, bitch. Okay, so this could be a very fiery, heated, intimate relationship. And it's funny because it's a water sign, but it actually feels like fire. Okay. So, that's actually badass. I think that's actually cool, but you guys might get like, over, like you like intensify, you're like too intense for each other. That could be it. Or you could be like right on the money and like do things together that like no one else would do, go what's the name of that movie? No, it's not Bonnie and Clyde. No. The movie is not Bonnie and Clyde. The relationship feels like a Bonnie and Clyde type of relationship. It's oh my God, what's the name? It's that white-haired director. Anyways, they go around like killing people together. Then they end up in jail, but then they like escape. That's Scorpio energy right there. So that's actually cool. I think I'm like, wow, that sounds fun. Fuck yeah. So yeah, that's kind of how I want to end it right there. Those are kind of key points that you definitely want to make sure like match up with each other, that have some kind of a harmonious connection with each other. You have, okay, this is another harmonious thing. Your Mercury's in Virgo, so you like understand his way of thinking in terms of what he desires. His Mercury's in Leo, which means he understands like your way of being, which is also Leo energy. I don't know if that's what you were expecting, but that was awesome. All right. You got to watch that movie. What's that movie? What's the name? Nobody knows it. Oh my God. I'm going to look it up. I can't handle it. Okay. So God, what's the name of it? What's that famous director that makes crazy movies that are just like, what on earth? Like Assault with the Camera. It's kind of one of those movies. It was filmed here in the United States. The girl's blonde. Somebody's got to know the movie. Natural Born Killers. I told you I'm fucking crazy. Wow, that one really brought it out of me. Yep. The movie is called, okay, what's the director's name that I'm not remembering? God damn it. Why are you gonna Oliver Stone. Natural Born Killers. That's Mars and Scorpio energy. Oh, you're welcome. I got it, Maria. I got it. I was seeing the images in my head. It's a crazy movie. Only watch it if you're like It's really gory, but it's like a satire, you know. All right, Stacy. Stacy's next. Natural born killer. But the way it's like the Scorpio energy that I feel like Mars and Scorpio is like, they like together, like, oh my God. Trouble. I love it though. I love it. All right, here we go. Wow, that one brought the cussing out of me. All right, here we go. Switching energies. I need guidance on or for what is currently going on in my life. So many things have hit at once. I'm trusting spirit to bring through what I need to hear. Okay. So what does Stacy need to know to understand what's going on in her life right now? Whoa. Okay, what's the challenge? Interesting. Overall theme going on right now for Stacy. Holy shit, these cards are like and like landing. Wisdom from the ancestors. Oh, okay. But this one kind of wanted to come out too. Which one is it? No, it's definitely that one. Okay, and animal spirit. I don't watch scary or gory, otherwise you know, they make it in such a way that it's like ridiculously funny. It's gory, but you're like, come on, you know? Okay, here we go. Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate that. Okay. Mars and Scorpio. Okay. This card just kind of took me back to when I was in Argentina. And did I seriously have this deck? No, who was it? Where was it? I don't know why. Anyways, this is a heavy card, okay? It's the 5 or the 4 of cups, not the 5, but the 4 of cups. So, but you can feel the energy of this card. The guy is like, he feels very depressing to me, this image. Like he's sitting there and it's almost like he's lost everything. But the thing about the 4 of cups is that you actually haven't lost it all. There's still something that is sort of alive, that is, you know, there. But if you focus too much on what you have lost and what has ended, then it takes all of your attention and you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. That's literally the 4 of cups. It's also limiting beliefs. What are the scripts that are running that hold you back? That's what's going on. The challenge is there's a relationship in the midst of this. And that's what's like causing you the most, sort of challenging you the most, is a connection to someone very special to you, a soul connection. It could be an actual relationship. This is what's like causing these feelings, these energies. The overall theme is the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords, it's interesting because it can be like a fight. It can be defeat, right? Or it can be like, I did it, I won, but really at the cost of what? And that's the energy of this card. That's the overall theme, is that there's like some kind of friction. There's something, you know, there that's very, very intense. But I don't think that it feels like a victory. I think like, someone feels amazing, right? The guy that's standing up like, oh, I won the argument or I won the fight. And then someone just like totally defeated. I kind of feel like you're the one that feels defeated right now. Just what I'm sensing. So in these two cards, the person that's like sitting on the ground, that's on the ground, feels like very defeated. And it has to do with the relationship. Okay. The wisdom from the ancestors. This is actually very interesting. This, I believe, is the Justice card, but let me double check. This is the Justice card. Dude. So this is intense. So what you may be battling with right now is what's right, what's wrong. Whose side am I on? What's fair, what's not fair? How do I find more harmony in my life? And what you really need right now more than anything else is truth. You need the truth. The truth will set you free, and knowing the truth is what's going to ease all of the sadness. There's sadness, right? There's a lot of sadness here. There's a song that I've been listening to. I'm going to recommend it to you. It's a funny song. It's by Guru Jagat. It's not funny. I didn't mean funny. I mean, it's like a fun and playful energy of a song. But the song is called Truth. And it's like a dance remix, right? It was a single that came out. Guru Jagat just recently passed away. I actually play this song whenever I need to like snap out of it and like feel better and like, just like be like, I just need the truth. Like, just give me the truth, So you can dance to it. And I think lift yourself out of the funk that you're in by dancing, literally, like have a dance party. Yesterday, I did that on my Instagram channel and it was really fun, but it's Nomad and Guru Jagat. And it's the Truth Dance Remix. Just check it out and let me know what you think. Okay, so you have one more card here. And it is the Black Egg. So there's a lot of symbolism there. But let's see what the Black Egg is all about. It is about healing. It is definitely about healing. Okay. Ooh, this is definitely you, Stacy. Speaking from an authentic voice, the truth. Get the out of here. I have no idea how this is crazy. Inside of it resides no confusion, excuses, small talk, noise, or lies, not even white ones. This living and breathing vessel harbors only that which rings true. When this essence is in balance, we speak slowly and clearly. We are drawn to activities like writing, reading, teaching, singing, perhaps public speaking. Sounds draw us in. Books draw us in. The concept of truth itself draws us in. We start asking questions like, what do I know to be true about myself? And what is true about the world? When the energy of the Black Egg is not yet accessed, we speak from an unsure place. We say things others want to hear, gossip, or repeat stories just to justify our subpar behavior. We might even try to convince ourselves that we have no inner truth at all. The energy of the Black Egg hovers and waits for us to reconnect. It is available at every moment, in every situation. It is the epicenter of truth, the birthplace of our voice. Now you really have to go play that song. Now you really have to go play that song. The Black Egg and the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. The subtle essence of this card resides at the base of the throat, at the Vishuddha chakra. The ancient sages saw this center as the hub that governs our speech and expression. Vishuddha translates as especially pure. The balance of this center is important for all of us, but is especially essential for writers, editors, musicians, and teachers. You need to speak your voice. You need to speak your truth. You're not in your truth. Like you are there. I know that may be hard to hear, but you're not in your truth because there something is in the way, and you need to like seriously like look at what's really going on and be in your truth. It's an intense time. Not an easy time, but it's an intense time. Wow. Thank you for getting a reading. I'm really glad you did, and I hope that gave you a lot. Certainly gave me a lot. Guru Jagat came through. Ah, all right. Thank you, Stacy. And I think, oops, my pencil's flying everywhere. I think we do have more on the list. Let me just check the order. I love that you guys are signing up. I love doing these readings so much. So Taylor is next. Speaking of the emails, if Maria, you're still in here. Speaking of the emails of like responding to that email I sent out today, I just got another email that was like, I want to sign up for the membership. It's gonna be pretty epic. Oh, I can't wait to start. I'm gonna like slowly share the things that we're gonna be doing, and it's gonna blow your mind. You're welcome, Stacy. How do you spell the guru's name? Jagat. Jagat. Guru Jagat. Nomad and Guru Jagat. Truth dance remix. I would play it, but then YouTube will copyright my video. I played it on my Instagram. So I did a little live meditation and dance party on my Instagram at Channel for Grace on yesterday for Thanksgiving. And at the end, we did a dance party. I think, well, no, it wasn't that song, actually. That was a different song. But it was a Guru Jagat song anyways. I'm getting carried away here. But thank you, Stacy. The song that I played yesterday was a Guru Jagat song, but it was Say Saraswati. Say Saraswati. Okay. Can I do a relationship chart? Yes. Ooh. Okay, let's do it. It was too much fun to watch that other one live. Trying to see if you got Mars and Scorpio. I'm totally kidding. Oh my God. Okay, Jamie, awesome. I love it. She's like, I need more. Oh my God, this is too funny. Okay, so let's go over here and then put in the information. Okay, here we go. Okay, October 31st. So 10, 31st, 90. 8:16 a.m. I think I think it disconnected. Let me reconnect it. Hang on. That was really funny until I got to that point, and I was like, oh. Okay, Kearney. All right, that's 8:16. Okay, and then the second one. Let's call it him. September 4th. And we got for him 1985. And then 6 p.m. And Grand Island. Okay. It's kind of cool that we've got both times of birth. We didn't have it for last time, but still, those energies are there. Okay, 6 p.m. 1985. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Here we go. All right, so let's look at the sun. You have sun in Scorpio, right? You're a Scorpio energy. He's got sun in Virgo. Okay, those are two very different energies. But I feel like, okay, what is it? I have a Virgo friend that's like really good friends with an Aquarius. Yeah, I think it's Virgo. Really good friends with. No, it's a Scorpio. Is a Scorpio good friends with an Aquarius? Those two energies get along really well. Virgo, I don't know. I think it depends. Like just off like face value, the Virgo is going to be like a very, very particular about themselves, and you know they need privacy too. Like actually, Scorpio and Virgo, I think both need like just privacy to like process things on their own. They also are very particular about how they like things and how they do things, and Scorpio too. So both Virgo and Scorpio have this energy of the hermit. Scorpio can be a hermit because the scorpion hides under rocks and like doesn't want to be bothered. Yeah, Maria. Woo, 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 woo. Sorry. Everybody watching the replay is probably like, what in the... Maria just says she's signing up for the Moon Goddess training this weekend. Okay. And then the Virgo can be a hermit because the Virgo is the hermit. You know what I mean? So like, it's interesting. It can be like, if you guys are both come out of your little hiding places at the same time, you might just have some fun. I'm totally kidding. But that's the general energies there. I'm totally kidding. I think it's an interesting combination, but I think it would be, because of that, it's rare that it would be really fun. Okay, let's look at the moons. So you've got Moon in Aries. So you've got that fiery energy in terms of your like, okay, so you have Scorpio and Aries, which are both signs that are ruled by Mars. So you are very Mars-like in the way that you are or behave or whatever. So very impulsive, very like direct. You know what you want and you just freaking go get it. Like nothing really stops you, right? So you're very independent in that way, and you were always. He's got Moon in Taurus. So this opposition between your sun and his moon is what is the attraction. That's the main attraction. So opposites attract, which means that, like I said in that last reading, I don't know if you were listening, but yeah, I think you were. But anyways, like I said in that last reading, it's like, it's fun at first and it can be really passionate and fiery. And then somewhere along the line, it either loses the fire or it like transmutes and transforms into something really beautiful and really stable. Now, the thing about these specific energies, Scorpio and Taurus, is that Taurus is very stable. So he will stabilize you emotionally with he's very earthy. He's got an earth sun and an earth moon. He's very grounded. Well, the Virgo can be ungrounded energy, but because it's mutable earth, it's flexible, but that moon in Taurus really grounds his energy and his emotional stability. So sometimes you might be like, you're boring, because Moon in Aries is like, come on, let's do something. And then Moon in Taurus is like the bull that's like standing there like, try to move me. Like, let's see who's going to win, you know? And it can be like, if it's too stabilizing for your fiery ass, I'm just totally kidding. If it's too like grounded, it can be like, oh, come on. But that's obviously that may come later, because at first it's just super fun and fiery, right? The opposition. These readings are, I don't know, it's hilarious tonight. Okay, so you also what do you desire in relationship? Intensity. We're looking at Venus. Intensity. Passion. Intensity, passion. That Scorpio, like, it's kind of piercing, you know, in a way. um, it's possessive. It can be very possessive. So when you are in relationships, you can tend to get very possessive of people, like you're mine and that kind of thing, right? With a Venus in Leo for him, like it's cool because well, those things are squaring, like right, those energies are squaring, so that we could say that's a challenge. However, Leo and Scorpio can actually get along really well. Those two energies can get along. Leo, as long as you're cool with like what he desires is he really wants to like show off the relationship. Like he really wants to be like, yeah, this is my baby, you know, and like be like, we're together, you know, like I'm gonna show it off. Like let's go show it to the world. And as long as you're cool with that, like he just needs that, then you're cool, right? But you don't really need that. But he needs that. Then with Mars, you've got Mars in Gemini. So the way that you go about getting what you want is you communicate about it, you talk about it, you share it, you express it, you speak, right? You think, you process, you're curious, right? Very curious. So you have to go learn new things and discover new things, and that's how you get what you want. Now, what he gets, what he wants is he's just like a king, and he just sits there, and then things come to him. Like that's how it really should be. I'm just kidding, but I'm not really, right? So, like, but that think of it as like he'll be like, all right, I'm like, but that's not all of the picture, right? That's being very kind of stereotypical of Leo, but it's because the king draws the energy in. Right? Like the king is like, wow, everyone's like in awe of the king. Like there's so much shininess and like, oh, look at the jewels and look at the clothing and like, oh my God, it's so amazing. And so it's like things get drawn to it, you know, because it's like Leo is the sun and the sun is like, you know, the light. It's like the moth that gets drawn to the flame. So the way that he does things big. He's like, go big or go home. Fuck it. Go big or go home. However, his Virgo energy might be like the little tamer of the lion, you know, like, shh, don't go too far. So that might be an inner conflict that he struggles with. You're being too naughty. Okay, so Maria, that's hilarious. But yeah, so and then in terms of communication, you've got Mercury in Scorpio, so you're like the investigator. And he's got Mercury in Leo, so he's like he's really expressive. Like there's a part of him that is really expressive. So he's like loud, like in a way, so like the way he communicates, like big, right? Go big or go home. That's a lot. Like he's like that. But that essence of Virgo, like is deep down inside. He's more of that like Virgo. Like he won't really show it, but that's like his inner world. He might be really critical of how he acts in the world. It's really interesting how you can see all these things. But there you go. There you have it. That was fun. I just really kind of let myself go down the deep end with those kind of readings. All right, so but thank you for getting that reading. That was super fun. Okay, so now we have Jamie again. Jamie's like, couldn't get enough. Okay, so yes, Jamie Lee, round 2. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm just kidding. Okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think this may be the last one. And we shall shut her down after this reading. But I really appreciate you guys being here. Is this you and another? You can't. Oh my God, this is too funny. Who is this for you and a different person? Okay. Okay. I'm good. I'm good. Okay, here we go. So we got August 22nd, 97. Oh man, this is too funny. Okay, 5:15 p.m. And then it was Singapore. Okay. We'll see. We'll see which one's better. Can I compare them? Oh, all right. August 22nd, 97, 5:15 p.m. Okay, got it. And then we'll just do him and digging into their charts before. Oh, that's good though. That's good. And you don't find out the hard way, right? Okay, so we've got July. She's a player. You guys are ducks in a row. Oh, right. Okay. Let's see. July 5th, 1995. Okay, this one is, you do know the time. Cool. 5:09. Okay. Oh, this world we live in. This has been so fun. No questions I needed answered myself, but have loved the energy tonight. Yay. Me too. This has been really fun today. Okay. I'm moving kind of slow when it comes to putting the charts in, just because I really want to get it right. Okay. July 5th, 95, 5:09 p.m. Okay. Got it. Boom. Oh my God. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. So look at Sun. So Sun in Leo and Sun in Cancer. Oh, okay. So this person is way different. Now, my husband is a Cancer Sun and I'm a Gemini Sun. The Gemini energy can be fun and playful like the Leo energy. So there's kind of, I think this can actually be, I think this is a very beautiful, I feel like with this energy it's much more from right off the bat, Maria. This can, I have to look at everything else, but this can be a long lasting thing because the Sun in Cancer is ruled by the moon, right? The Sun in Leo is ruled by the sun. And in astrology, the sun and the moon are the king and the queen of the chart. So you've got a king and the queen energy coming together. I feel like because of that connection, that can be really powerful. What you're going to get with Cancer Sun is very nurturing, someone very nurturing, very loving, very, very giving. Leo does that too, but in a different way. Leo basically gives, like, likes to give by like showing off. So like they'll buy you a new car or something like that and be like, yeah. And the Sun in Cancer will like just really want to be with you and like spend time with you. Like they don't need the expensive things, but Leo needs the expensive things because this Leo is flashy. Needs to be like flashy, right? So, but that's why you get the king and the queen energy together, and it's like one holds that sacred, feminine energy, and one holds that sacred kind of masculine. Doesn't matter who's who, but that's a good, like, they can last, because there's a little bit of everything. And both Leo and Cancer can be like very loving and very nurturing, like I said, and both are very loyal. Leo is the most loyal. Cancer is loyal when they feel that deep connection with someone, and they'll be like really hurt if they get their feelings hurt. Obviously, Cancer has to do with feelings. Okay, so that's right off the bat. I like that. So right away, I like that. Let's look at the moons. So, Moon in Aries, Moon in Libra. Well, there's that opposition energy. So that's going to draw you guys in. So again, you have that very fiery moon energy. He's got the opposite. He's like all about harmony and balance. So you're drawn to him because he's like the opposite of you in terms of your emotions. And he's drawn to you because you show him how to go outside the comfort zone. You show each other how to go outside the comfort zone. And so this can be a very passionate attraction. Let's look at Venus. So for you, it was Venus in Libra. I'm blocking it here. So Venus in Libra, and he's got Venus in Cancer. Ooh, so he's like extra Cancer. I wonder what his rising sign is. But I can look that up later. But anyways, so here is, so the way that, like we said, the way that you go and what you desire in relationships is harmony and balance. What's really cool is that emotionally, he can be there for you because you have a conjunction between Venus and the moon. And Venus moon conjunctions are like the most like romantic, the most like beautiful, and especially in the sign of Libra, it's like indulging, having fun, enjoying yourselves. You can really do that, like really do that. And then again, he kind of because his Venus is in Cancer, what he desires in relationships is that nurturing. So to be nurturing and to love and to be loved is like one of the most important things. And like I said, for him, the most important things are going to be like that intimate, like connection, that like one-on-one connection, like the cuddling, the being together. Like it's a totally different energy, but there can be a lot of beautiful romance in this relationship because of that, also conjunction with the Venus and the moon. And then how you guys go about getting the things that you want, you're very relentless, right? You got that Mars in Scorpio. His Mars is in Virgo, so he's very particular. He's very methodical. He's very detail-oriented. He'll literally make a list of all the things that he wants and like check them off once he gets them. Like that's how he gets what he wants. That can be a little bit too intense, right? Like a little bit too much focus on the details, but you can be sure that he will most likely do things right. He will do things the right way, right? Whatever right means to him, because Virgo has a tendency to be like what's right and what's wrong is important, but what's right and what's wrong for one Virgo is different than what's right and what's wrong for another Virgo. That's why you have to learn their rules, because Virgos like to follow their own little rules. So you have to learn their rules, and that's part of like the getting to know and understand each other is you have to learn the other person, all the little quirks and things. So very different energy. What I will say is that his North Node is in Scorpio. So your energy of drive and motivation, oh my God, that's hilarious that he actually does that, Jamie. That's hilarious. Okay, so the connection with your Mars and his North Node, this is I feel maybe this also can feel like a soul kind of relationship, because your drive and your motivation like guides him towards his destiny, and he needs to learn how to take more risks in life, and you show him how to do that just by your drive and your motivation and how you get things done and how you do things. You're like showing him how to do it, how to learn to take more risks and not be afraid of taking more risks and be more aggressive with, his life instead of maybe more like sensitive in a way. Even though Scorpio can be a very sensitive water sign, it can really like pull on his pantalones, or anyone that speaks Spanish. Like pull up those man pants, like and then just like plow through stuff. And that's your energy. That's very intense. It's very intensely masculine in a way, for sure. Mars and Scorpio. It's like a warrior, like an intense kind of a warrior. And another interesting thing is that his Mars is conjunct your North Node. So look at that. Look at that. This seems like, I don't want to say fated, but it definitely seems like there's, it's special. There's no coincidence. You're supposed to learn how to be more present, and he is very present with how he lives life. And he teaches you how to step into your destiny. You teach him how to step into his. Whoa, that's super intense. And where are the Mercuries? Virgo and Gemini. So he's going to be very talkative, very curious, very communicative. And you too, because both of your Mercuries are in Mercury ruled signs. So you have very strong communication. As long as you can keep that as the most important thing, then this relationship can really last. All right, cool. Whoa, see how they're so different? I absolutely loved that, you guys. Now, I think that was everyone, but I want to double check. Yep, that was everyone. We got through everybody. So thank you so much, you guys. That was so much fun. I am really, really glad that that we were here tonight and we did this readings. And the next time I'm going to be live will be on Monday night for the weekly astrology and channeled starseed message. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And definitely get on my email list, you guys, because that's the best way to know what's happening. And that membership, Starseed membership that's coming up, I'm going to be like putting out all the details in there. And also on my social media accounts. So that includes my Instagram, which is Channel for Grace, and then also Moon Goddess Training. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you guys again on Monday. Sat Nam.